Hey, what's up? It's Sai. I'm back. I'm doing another one of these beat breakdowns because they're pretty fun for me. This beat is super simple, so I'm hoping that I can like use more of the time to like describe why I did certain things rather than just like saying what I did, because it might be more useful for like teaching purposes. I don't know. This song, I Don't Mind, me and blxty. This is the melody. Would you believe that? This melody is what ended up making the whole song. Let me show you what this looks like without delay, because it is crazy. That's literally the entire bass melody. It's an Ableton stock instrument. I actually was doing a challenge at the time for myself where I wanted to make a few beats where the main melody was only using stock instruments. And so yeah, I put lots of delay on it because it sounded really horrible, to be honest, horrible. And yeah, it sounds like this. And I have to wait for the delay to fade out because yeah. Next we have this bass right here. It's a Subarcteryx 808 by Starboyrob with the goat. It's really simple. It's like this hyperpop chord progression. Like this is all around like this music scene. I feel like I've seen this chord progression so many times. The idea for this was I just add bass underneath this really simple melody, and then it sounds cooler because now it actually like has some sort of like tone. I don't know shit about chords. If you make melodies like this where the top melody doesn't actually have a bass pattern, you kind of get to choose everything for what it actually sounds like. Like I could change these bass notes around. I don't know if I will, and it would sound completely different. If I do that like this, it's like sounds like this. You hear that? Like it still works. It just doesn't sound the same as it did before. But yeah, I'd really recommend that. It's a really easy way to make melodies, and people think you're actually good when you're not good at making music. Mandatory birds, you know me. On to the next part. Sounds like this. The beat for this, I was listening to a lot of sgpwes, and I really like the beat selection that he has, and it just seemed like a simple trap beat. Yeah, like the hi-hats are like super simple. They kind of are, they're spaced out on like these notes where like the kick usually is, I guess, because I didn't want it to sound like, you know, like boring two-step hi-hats. Like they're just so like stupid sounding. Like I've heard them way too many times. Like if I do like this, let me show you what this sounds like. I just don't feel like it works. I feel like this melody was already like very like what's the word, like quantized, and I wanted the hi-hats to be like kind of popping out a bit more. So like they're like off a little bit, like not off, but they're not just like the normal two-step hi-hats. But because the melody already takes up that area, I guess. Another cool thing about this beat I'm actually really proud of is the perks. It's really simple. I only use 2 perks. The no lie snare, which like everybody's heard, but like more importantly, this tom. Like honestly, I was just scrolling through perks on this starboyrob kit, and that one sounded really cool, and I was like, okay, let me just put it somewhere in the beat. So yep, it ended up like in this weird position, and yeah, I think it's really cool. I don't know why this is here. I don't want you here. Okay, so yeah, the next part is the 808. Follows the same exact pattern as the intro, but it uses this. this 808. I use this 808 because it's very like distorted and like harsh, but at the same time it doesn't have very much low end compared to other 808s, and it has a lot of high end, so it like worked really well in the mix because nothing is like clashing with it. And the other reason I use this 808 is because if I use like a more like normal sub bass 808 or something like that, it doesn't pop out at all, and this beat is really simple. So I was like, I want something that really pops out, and I feel like the 808 does a great job at popping out over everything else. But yeah, to add on to the melody, the intro only had the, you know, the mouth and shit, but now we add this sound. I think it's like a guitar. It's like a flageolet. I don't know what I just said, but like I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure. Really high pitched, and there's delay on it. This is another stock instrument, and it's actually really cool sounding. Don't know. Here, let me take off the effects. Okay, so that I added delay to it, so now it sounds like it sounds kind of like a spacey thing to me. I don't know, like a pulse. And then I added this. Not sure what this does, but it does that. I added my vocals. These are my vocals. I pitched them up a ton. Add this horrible EQ, but whatever, it worked. Widening so that it would like be more stereo and like be louder as well. There's delay, compressor, loudness. This is kind of like a gate. I already have a gate on it, but this gate like kind of gets rid of like white noise, and honestly sometimes it sounds really horrible, but in this case it worked, I guess. It sounds like this. Oh yeah, and I also added this little part. It has delay at one like single note, I guess is what it's called, and it's like it makes it go super fast. And yeah, I don't know why I added it, but it was cool. Yeah, so that's that part. This part I added a sine lead. The sine lead is really good. It's a stock preset from Ableton as well. It has delay on it, and this is what it sounds like alone. Verse part, I just pitched down the mallets, and then I took out most of the melodies. That's it. Pitch this thing down again because it sounds cool. Brought back the sound lead to pitch it down an octave. Then we get into the bridge, I guess you'd call it, where blxty comes back in, and here I can play it with the vocals.
You don't know how it feels to lay here all alone. I'm tired, but I'm up and I just can't fall asleep. When you're with me, I'm feeling complete, and nothing can ever tear me apart. But when you beat me, you know that it hurts me.
Yeah, so if you remember that part from the song, the only thing I did different here is I got rid of the 808 and I just used this. It's called the blade bass. As you can tell, I use starboyrob kits a ton. Go cop their kits. They're super good. They have like the best drum sounds ever, and like they're also huge. Like, look at this. Look at how many 808s this is, bro. This is as many as you will ever need. Anyways, so yeah, it kind of sounds like a Reese bass. I like it because like airy sounding, and it was just different as well. So I was like, okay. So I added it, and then I brought back the Arc'teryx 808 in this part. You can also hear the vocal thing here. It's filtered now, I added automation for it to be filtered, and that's just so that like it kind of stays at the bottom of the mix during this part, because everything else goes quiet, because without that it sounds just really awful. Like that sounds way cooler to me. I don't know. Outro is literally just this 808. Pitch down the mouths. And yeah, that's literally this entire beat. There's like nothing in it. I mean, look how many tracks this is. This excluding FX. What? 16. No wait, are these? There's not even anything in these. Let me delete them. There's 14 things in this beat. That is like nothing. I mean, it's just really simple, honestly. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this one. I'm gonna be reviewing I think Flower Journal next. Unfortunately, I have to say to that one comment, actually wait, I might put this in the beginning of the video. Replying to that one comment that asked about Stay With Me Next, unfortunately I realized that even though I dropped the song in 2023, I think it was 2023, I actually made the beat in like March or May of 2022, and so I actually changed my computer since then, and I have lost the project file. I know, it's so sad. Additionally, not only to that song, but also for Ikebana and Learning. So unfortunately, I'll never get to show those ever. I have the instrumental of Stay With Me if you think that I could like go over like, I guess, the instrumental, but like I won't be able to go over each individual part. So like, just let me know if you actually like want that or not. But yeah, I guess this wraps up the video.